welcome to the next video. Uh, so this is gonna be me going through the trailer that I just watched. This is basically immediately after the reaction. But this is basically I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna pause at basically every frame and analyze it to death, and record it. So yeah, let's get to it. So I'm actually gonna set it to. We'll keep it at normal setting for now. Um, I'll probably do like a once over and then a deeper analysis, kind of, in, during a second pass through. I'm still I just woke up, so like this is gonna be very interesting. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So we start immediately over the Sky Islands, right? We see them, we're passing over them, and it's very peaceful. I really like that horn coming in very softly. You can kind of and here you can kind of see a construct fighting a choo choo. Here, let me full screen. Hopefully, I hope you can see it full screen. If not, we'll just keep it like that. It's fine. So if we can, I'll back up. Yeah, it's a choo choo, I think. Yeah, and the construct is fighting it, which is fascinating. And then we see another construct chopping at a tree. Don't know what he's going to use the wood for, but then, okay, here we see Link diving down past some Zonai structures, it looks like. And we know it's Zonai structures because in the gameplay, thing that Mr. Ayanuma did, we saw Zonai charges. We saw just Zonai charges in the on the side of the screen. So we know that this is Zonai in nature, right? So yeah. Anyway, he's diving down, and here we get a good look at just the all the details on Link's clothing, from the boots to the shirt and the side of his arm. Look at those designs. Look at those markings. I wonder what like caused those markings to be there. Is that like a tattoo, or is that damage that just happened to be made into a mark? We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. But it looks like intentional markings from perhaps the green energy that went into the arm, that we see Link use. And we get a good look at that shield. I think this is going to be the best angle we've gotten on it, and you can see all the triangles on the bottom of the design, and it's fascinating, the eye design. It's definitely similar to the Sheikah designs, but definitely different. And I wonder if that is a variation of the Sheikah design, or if that is a Zonai shield. And if it is, it's called the old wooden shield. So is it so old in what regard? Because like it still looks usable. It still looks like a very good shield. I'd still use it. Shit, it looks really cool to me, you know? Anyway, and then we continue throughout the scene, and the title sequence happens. This might actually happen in the game, honestly. We'll have to wait and see, though. And here we get a really good look at, I forget where this is. This looks like a Tyrol field. It looks familiar for sure. Yeah, I think that might be just south of the castle. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the specifics here. I think what we're looking at is the, kind of the eastern side of the map, but I don't know. It could. I don't see Death Mountain, but I see like a lot of other mountains. Wait, that might be Death Mountain in the on the right side. I can't tell from this shot. This is definitely Hateno Village, though. If the paint shop is right there. I can see it in the background. But then we have the general store. So this looks still intact, but there's some differences I'm noticing with specifically that thing at the like you see by that old man. There's this kind of statue looking thing. I wonder what that is. Seems like a maybe a weird. I don't know. It's weird. Definitely different. This is Hyrule Castle. There's camps around the fountain, so that shows that the Guardian activity is far lessened in this area, which is fascinating. We're already seeing like the Hylian crest being used, so that shows that the kingdom is being actually rebuilt. So I wonder if we're going to rebuild the kingdom itself, maybe as a late game reward or as a thing you do throughout the game, or maybe the kingdom was being rebuilt and you have to defeat Ganon for it to continue, and then the rebuilding is post game material, or maybe you're not rebuilding at all. Maybe I could be wrong, but from these tents and the building supplies that we saw in the gameplay and trailer thing, the gameplay showcase, the fact that we're seeing these kind of elements suggests the idea of rebuilding the kingdom, which I am personally super excited for if that is the case. But I'm trying to temper my expectations. So, I mean, obviously they fucking shattered most of them with this, but anyway, let's continue. So here we have Link climbing, and we see a fascinating ring structure that isn't in the other. It isn't in Breath of the Wild. This is right above Kakariko Village. You can kind of see it in the corner there, and we also see a what looks to be one of the Zonai Shrine looking things. That's probably not what they're called, but I'm gonna call them a Zonai Shrine here at least. We see it at the bottom there, and I wonder where that ring structure thing came from and why it's on top of the mountain. I guess maybe it fell, but I don't know. It looks, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And then we have a sweeping shot looking up at the tornado. That we've been seeing in a lot of the marketing, kind of in the background, and I think this is the first time we get confirmation that, like, yeah, that is above the Hebra region. Like, I can tell that is above the Hebra region for sure. And I'm wondering what that is, what's causing that. I really want to find out. And here we get a shot of the desert, which looks really fucking cool. I really love the fog effects. Now, I wonder what this is. You don't get a really good look at it. You just get that little shot. I wonder, is that like another divine beast? Is that a separate dungeon? What is this? It's rising out of the sand and it looks absolutely massive, right? So, I wonder what it is. Creepy though. Creepy music settling in. And here we see some people on the bottom. This looks like a cutscene happening in game, which is really cool. Which shows that the cutscenes are present tense. Present tense cutscenes in my Zelda game. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ayanuma-san, and all the rest of the Zelda team. Yes, actual story happening in the present. Okay, all right, let's continue. And then, ooh, yes, this is creepy. I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that Ganondorf? Is that might be Ganondorf? Just a shot of him being. Ooh, yeah, and then we have the shot of Link trying to catch Zelda during her fall. But he gets stopped while she is left to fall. And then the immediate shot after that is the shot in the desert with all these sinkholes, which looks trippy as fuck from a distance for sure. But I'm wondering, does that lead to the caves down below? And if so, I'm assuming maybe you can use the ascend ability, but if you're not allowed to use the ascend ability, then I imagine this will be like one of those things that you fall into and then have to fight your way out, similar to Deep Nest from Hollow Knight. You remember that hellhole? Yeah, you remember that trauma? Yeah. I imagine this right here. You go into the sinkhole on accident. You're trying to dig your way out. Link falls. You think you're just gonna spawn back up at the top, right? No, you fall down. You fall down into the cave systems, and you have to find your way out because you're not allowed to use the ascend ability on sand or something, right? I imagine they're gonna restrict it in some way, so you have to fight your way out, right? And oh, I can't fucking wait for that. I'm gonna be scared. Don't get me wrong, but I really want to know. And oh, it looks so cool. And then we have this shot, and it looks like it's underground. I think this is definitely underground. In fact, it might be the underground of maybe the Elden region, because I see the lava flowing down on the sides, which indicates that maybe this is maybe a dungeon that we're about to visit underneath Death Mountain, maybe, or in that area. And we see like the spike structure, like the spike kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's on the ground right in front of Link as he's running. It's like this. Yeah. Anyway, and then we have this. I don't know. This looks straight out of Norse mythology. Right here specifically, this looks like oh, what do you call it? I forget what you call it, but it looks like one of those Viking boats. You know the ones. And oh, it looks so cool. And based on the background, I think this is in that tornado around the Hebra region, because I think that's definitely snow drifting on through, and there's a lightning strike. Oh, it is so cool. It's so fucking cool. And then we have this choo-choo thing. It's weird gel. I don't know what that is. But Link goes inside of it when diving through lasers. Apparently, and you can see Link is using when we get to it, you can see Link is using a gliding suit for this. He's using a gliding suit. So that confirms something that maybe some people have already seen. And then we go to this next shot, and he's this looks like one of those Zonai structures in the sky with a fucking vending machine for a gacha thing. That's fascinating. I want to know more about that. That looks like, honestly, that looks like a DLC material, to be honest. And then we have this shot of Link gliding through what looks like to be a labyrinth. Like that's my immediate thought is this looks exactly like one of the labyrinths. And based on the particles around, um, I can't actually know if this is for sure in what areas. All I do know is that Link is not wearing a lot of um, snow equipment right now. So this is probably not the Hebra region labyrinth. This might be the one closer to Akala, or Akala, depending on your persuasion. But either way, cool that we get to see the labyrinth again. I don't know if it's the same one or a different one. We'll have to wait and see. A shot of Link riding towards Fort Hitano, it looks like, during a fight scene, and it looks like we're seeing soldiers fighting or soldiers. They're probably more civilians who are just able to fight because they've been surviving for a while. But people are fighting against these bokoblins, different varieties of them, it seems. And moblins as well, you can see in the background. They're all fighting together, which is cool. I love seeing that. That shows that the world is still like alive at the at the very least. So that's good to know. But it shows that also it's I think a better look at like the connectiveness of the Hylians and what they're trying to accomplish now that the princess and the hero are alive and trying to help Hyrule. And Zelda's in danger. Oh, help! Let's help. Let's help. Okay, what do you need, King? All right, let's get you some supplies. Or yeah, hey, yeah, I'll help you fight those bokoblins. Yeah, just pay me a certain amount of rupees because obviously it's a dangerous ask, you know. But yeah, I imagine maybe you pay people, or maybe they're just around and they're just fighting, right? I don't know, but that's cool. Then we get a shot of what looks like a Sheikah. It's definitely a Sheikah thing. Maybe one of the shrines. I don't know. It looks very very Sheikah in design, though. I don't know what that meant, but I like that little. It sounds like it's saying RPG. Alright, anyway. So then we get a look at this person, which I am very fascinated about. Because this looks very different from anything we've ever seen. And I can see malice and like being. The malice particles in the background, which suggests that maybe this is um, another ally of Demise or Ganondorf, or yeah, because like wow, they look creepy but cool, but I don't know, they look like they this this one in particular looks very draconic in nature. And actually, looking at it now, I'm noticing a lot of a lot of Zonai designs. So maybe this is an ally of Link. Maybe this is one of the Zonai. The reason why the Zonai have so many depictions of dragons is because they themselves worship the dragons so much that they became dragon-like in nature. This is so cool, and it looks like from on the forehead there's a closed eye. There's a closed third eye, which I'm curious about because the Sheikah, they have the open eye that's crying, but this is a closed eye on a closed third eye, which signifies usually that they're not enlightened yet. I think, or that they're just about to be enlightened, or they're on the cusp, or something. Point is, the third eyes isn't open. So I don't know what that suggests. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah. Anyway, and we got a shot of Link and a horse, really cool. By the way, I really like the Link's tunic design for this. It's a combination of the standard Hylian tunic and the champion's tunic, which I think is a really good combination. And I wonder if that's a combination you will be able to make in the game, or if that's just how it is. Either way, I'm a way bigger fan of this tunic than the original champion's tunic, if I'm gonna be honest. I think the one from Breath of the Wild is a little bit too basic, in my opinion. So I'm really a big fan of the leather being added to it. And then we have a shot of a giant like construct being pushed out of a wall, and I think that's something we're gonna have to fight, and it might be a trial that we're gonna have to overcome in one of the Sky Islands. But if you notice, I noticed a little bit of red on it. I don't know if that's malice. It doesn't look like malice, but a little bit worrying if it is in the sky and there is malice, right? A little bit worrying. Again, it doesn't look like malice. It's not the same purplish red color, but yeah, you get the idea. And here we actually get a better look at what Link is wearing, and I'm a big fan. And here we get a glimpse of a repaired Hyrule Castle. On the inside, this is the inside of the Citadel. If you remember, in Breath of the Wild, this looked destroyed. It looked fucking wrecked. And in all the things we've seen of Tears of the Kingdom, the castle doesn't look any better. So this might be like a spiritually guided kind of flashback sequence thing. Point is, I think this is a look into the past from some sort of, because I'm noticing a lot of white like particle effects, which leads me to think more spirit realm, because this sort of particle effect can be seen in like the silent realm from Skyward Sword, and they mentioned that we should play Skyward Sword before Tears of the Kingdom for the best experience. So I don't know. It could be something similar to that. And then we cut to Princess Zelda in front of an altar. Very bleak altar, very grayscale, which is very like it's like obviously it still looks Zonai in nature, but very different from the green colorations that we've seen so far from the Zonai, because their colors so far have been like this light green color, and the yellow trees, and I don't know, very bright, right? So to see this very bleak side of it, it's fascinating, very fascinating. And then we hear this voice. I don't know who this voice is. I don't think I've ever heard this one, but it sounds like a servant of Zelda. So I'm thinking maybe a Sheikah like guardian, or someone from the Zonai that's talking to Zelda herself.
We rely on your might, and that legend.
And I'm thinking maybe we play as Zelda in certain parts. I don't know yet. We don't know yet, but it's fascinating that we're getting a very clear look at what's happening with her. And Link isn't around. Link isn't around in any of the scenes that she's in, but we're still seeing Zelda's scenes. We're still seeing Zelda's scenes with Link not being there, which I think shows that Zelda is going to be a playable character And I'm really excited for that because that means that gives us so much to work with, right? Because that means that she could have different abilities that has a different play style, and it's in a real mainline Zelda game. That could be that's big if that's if that's her thing, because that means not only is there a playable Zelda, but voice acting as well for that playable character. Will Link finally have a voice in this game? We'll have to wait and find out.
Zelda, we rely on your knight and that legendary sword he.
And here we see the Master Sword in full full glory. So is this towards the beginning of the game? Is this at the end? When is this? Because if it's the Master Sword in the present timeline, we saw the thing fucking destroyed. So the fact that it's repaired could signify that Link himself is repaired, because in Skyward Sword, Link and Fi, the spirit within the sword, are very linked together in the way that I think is very intentional. I think how Link is portrayed by the sword and vice versa, because the Master Sword reflects the state of its master, I feel like. I think that's what's happening, is whatever damage is done to Link is done to the sword as well, through like a soul-linked sort of thing. So the fact that the Master Sword looks fully repaired might suggest that Link's left arm is fully repaired, or that he's at least adapted to it fully, to its full potential to finally defeat Ganondorf. So I'm thinking this is a very late game scene that we're seeing right here. Or I could be wrong, and this is at the very beginning of the game and he's just pulling his sword out for the first time. I don't know. like a lot of things, gonna have to wait and see.
Last line of defense will be Link.
Wait, actually, no, okay, well that just shows it right there. This is very clearly the beginning of the game. Because that is a fully intact arm. With no Zonai.
Last line of defense will be Link.
Yeah, that's a fully intact arm with no Zonai markings at all that I can see. So I'm thinking, actually, retract my previous statement. This could be the very beginning of the game. Still, could be wrong. Now, if we get a look at this character, this looks like it could be Ganondorf? I don't know. No, I don't know. Is that Zonai? That might be the Zonai god? I don't know. It looks so cool though. I love that kind of, like, I don't know what. Yeah, it looks like a Zonai thing. I kind of see the. It's weird. Okay. And I love the get up from Zelda. Honestly, she's slaying right now. But she looks very, very focused right now, which signifies maybe she's getting prepared for something really big. Which I don't know what that could be, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, she blushed there. Hold on, I think we saw that, right?
Link.
Yeah, she blushed. It was very quick, very sudden, but I saw it. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, and then we get a scene of the more combat. Now this we haven't seen yet. It's kind of sphere-looking thing. I don't know what that could be, but it looks cool. And this looks like the interior of one of those caves, just beneath the surface. It looks like I can see an entrance right there. Now this could be Elden region based on the particles and based on that Link is wearing the Goron set. I think all signs lead to Elden region cave, which might lead into that previous cave that we saw before with the lava flowing down. Okay, so here we saw Link flying with somebody. That looks like that looks like a child. If I'm child Rito. Whoever that may be. And here's Link pulling a chariot with 4 people. Which is fascinating for a lot of reasons, but we're just gonna pass right on by that. And now here we see Link stop time completely to shift this stone. So the stone doesn't keep its momentum when you go into this state. Like, time stops. And then you can select it. I don't know if there's a time limit for that. There must be, but like that seems pretty freeform. Now if we see this rocket thing going up, and that seems like a very big bokoblin tower that they've constructed. And then we see like Link moon jump to these platforms, which I'm really excited to try myself. That looks pretty cool. Oh, this is one of the scenes that I was really excited about, because it looks like this is a dungeon. This looks very dungeon material to me. But this also could just be around the caves somewhere. I don't know. And then we have what looks to be a constructed vehicle versus a Talus bokoblin base, which, oh, that's gonna be so fun. Oh, that's gonna be so fun to play out. Especially if you can like make your own vehicle for it. Like this is just like a template that you're seeing, but like you could make like a giant T or make a whole. You could hypothetically make shall we say a phallic object to fight this, which I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that, but I imagine some people will try to make that a reality. Now we see this fused arrow with a really cool design from the outfit. It's the bitrate. It's a little blurry, but it looks like a Zonai outfit for Link, and the horse armor looks really fucking cool. I have to admit, like the steel plating. I really like the designs on each individual like plate, and the kind of scales on the side of the eye. I really like that. And of course, we're gonna have to use horses a lot more than the Master Cycle. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to that again. I've been spoiled by Breath of the Wild DLC. And then we got this nice shot of a laser turret fucking system used to destroy bokoblin bases. Don't know what the fuck is up with that. And this. Oh, this looks fucking... That looked nuts. A giant fucking... Oh my god. Dude, that looks fucking terrifying. That looks like one of those Leviathan, like the Reaper Leviathan from Subnautica, but in the sky and coming through like this space portal. Oh, it's nuts. And then it cuts to this explosion.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
because you have the blood of the goddess, I assume. Ooh. Oh my god. And then we have more shots of just beast raining down and coming from the sky. 3 separate Lionels with what looks like separate kind of horns, which I think suggests separate abilities or separate weapons that they use. And then here we have maybe the initial damage to the arm being done. And then the big fucking twist. We see hydrated Ganondorf. Holy shit. And he looks like the Ocarina of Time version of Ganondorf. This is confirmation, I think, that this is the same Ganondorf. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, this broke me. This part broke me. Because I was really excited. I was really hoping. In the voice. Hold on, let me go back.
And the birth of his new world.
Oh, I love that. And then here we have a mud creature thing. Yeah, and yeah, that's Kid Rito. Maybe it looks like maybe the son of the warrior guardian Rito that we met in the previous game, which I'm kind of hoping his father's still around at the very least. I kind of liked him, you know. Anyway, and then we have this shot. It's a real quick shot of this lady now. Now, here's the thing. We don't know for sure who this could be. Unless you know, then you know. But if you don't know, we don't know who this is yet. But it's a really big one, I can tell, because look at the energy she's using. Very golden energy. Very golden energy. It looks like it's... I think, and based on the fact that there's that thing that we saw Zelda hold on the necklace, I think that this could very well be the goddess Hylia. But we're gonna have to wait to find out, won't we? And look at that golden beam. I think this is immediately following that scene. Like, that is a golden beam of energy. That is golden light. That is Triforce power. That's what that is. Thank God she's still alive. We have some warriors absolutely ready to defend Hyrule from different races, you can notice, and different levels of skill, it looks like. Here we got a bucket on his we got Bucket Man, we got Horse Guy, we got the Goron with the face helmet thing. It's not really a helmet, but it definitely is a face covering anyway. And then we saw a Gerudo as well in the background with a spear. And look, I'm just gonna say it. I gotta get it off my chest because I haven't said it in a video yet. God damn! God damn the Gerudo women! Whew! God damn! That's all I gotta say about them.
But you are not alone.
But yeah. Oh, and then we got Sidon! My boy! My boy! Oh, husbando. Oh, perfecto husbando. Sí, por favor. Oh, see, puppy. Oh, anyway, sorry, I'm getting horny on main. Okay. Anyway, we got a running sequence going towards the dragon beast, which the scene doesn't look like it's happening on the bridge, but no, it's definitely happening on the bridge. That's definitely happening on the bridge. So whatever that three-headed dragon on the bridge of Hylia Bridge, the bridge, whatever that beast is, there's a cutscene for it, meaning it is a story event. So it is not a I mean, it could respawn, right? It could be like, but to me, this suggests that this is a story-based event that only happens once. Similar to the Divine Beast, you only need to beat them once. You know, it's not like the Blood Moon the Blood Moon happens and you have to get all the beasts done again. Sorry, I'm. Stomach's upset with me. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
Final hope.
Ooh. I like that. I like that. And then I forget if there's. Yeah.
Link. You must find me.
Now that last line. Look. I think that proves that you're going to be switching between perspectives a lot. Which is going to be a very new, but I think very welcome balancing act that Nintendo is going to have to perform here. Because obviously you still want to primarily play with Link, probably, because he's the one actually adventuring and trying to find Zelda. But if you get to play Zelda, even for little bits at a time, just to understand what's going on, I think that's going to be very, very cool. And here we get the final release window. Yeah, and that's going to be it. Yeah, I suppose I kind of just analyzed it all throughout the first watch through. So I guess I'll leave it at that. This video is pretty long as it is. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Can't wait to play this game when it comes out. Anyway, peace.